But I think when you ask, how can I help you, it puts you in a position of, like, it takes you off the pedestal and it puts everybody around you on the pedestal, if that makes sense. Hey, what's good? Shout out, welcome back to Plicity Studios. Today we are here with day number 5 of 10. This is like a halfway type of thing, man. I'm pretty proud, I can't cap. But yeah, so today we're going to be talking about how you need to make your goals community driven. And like, a lot of people would make their goals very self-centered, and I believe that your goal should be, number one, a reflection of who you are, but it should be a reflection to show other people who you are and to get, it doesn't necessarily need to get other people to do something, but it needs to be for other people, if that makes sense. So yeah, let's get into it. First things first, I think when I say community driven, what I mean by that is you need to find a way to incorporate the community into your dream. So if you make everything about people and you make everything that you do about your audience, it makes people more, it makes them feel more like they're a part of something. And I think, like, for me personally, one of my biggest fears, and I don't think a lot of people notice, like maybe a couple people, one of my biggest fears is that I die, and then when I die, my dream dies with me in a way. So it's like I'll work my whole life for my dream, and then as soon as I die, it stops working. I don't want that for me. I want my dream to be something that can continue long after I'm gone and bring information and bring knowledge to people for generations to come. That's something that I'm trying to build. It's not just something that as soon as I die, that I've reaped the rewards from it, and then I die and then nobody else gets it. No, I want to create something that even long after I'm gone, people are still reaping the rewards from that. And I think that's something that we need to strive for when we decide on our dreams, when we come up with our dreams. We need to make it as community driven as possible. And like, I mean guys, for real, like when you think about this and you think about your dreams and stuff like that, you need to realize that very few people make it alone. Like, I think one of the things that we need to be doing more is we need to be building relationships with people and networking and getting us all to the top. Instead of just striving to get you to the top, you need to try and get everybody to the top. Cause then, hey, imagine you get to the top, bruh, then nobody's there. How whack would that be? Nah, I rate whoever's around you, your family, your friends, you winning when the squad is winning. That's what we live by, bruh. That's what my life is about. That's what I put on my grave. That I'm winning when my friends are winning. I'm winning when my circle's winning. I'm winning when my family's winning. And that drive, I think it changes your brand completely. Alright, to get into 3 practical things that we can take away from this video. The first one, I said that you need to constantly ask people how you can help them. Like when you go out to network, you need to, when you speak to people, don't just ask, hey, how can you help me? But rather offer your help, offer your services. See, hey, listen, how can I aid you in whatever you're doing? How can I make your life a little bit easier? And most likely they'd like to return the favor. But I think when you ask, how can I help you? It puts you in a position of, like, it takes you off the pedestal and it puts everybody around you on the pedestal, if that makes sense. And it's kind of like you're lowering yourself to say, okay, let's see who's around me. Let's see who I can bring up, who I can help get started. Maybe something that I struggled with in the beginning, they're struggling with now, and I know how to maneuver a little bit. But if you just ask people how you can help them, and I think that's a really good foundation to build a relationship on, is to ask people how you can help them. Alright, so for point number 2, I think I probably should have made it point number 1 because it'll make more sense. But we're just gonna go with it. So for point number 2, I said that you need to network and find people in your community that you can bring into your like circle, if that makes sense. So when you like, you need to say, okay, what area am I in? Like for me personally, I'm into fashion, so clothing brands, right? So now I say, okay, who around me has a clothing brand and who can I get with? Who can I network with so that I know people that I could potentially collaborate with in the future, and even just to know people, like to bounce around ideas, to get information like that. It's an amazing thing. So you need to look at your area, look at your niche, and say, who is in my community, who is trying to be in the same position as, like striving for the same goal, and who can I become friends with. One of my best mates, Eugene, I mentioned him in another video I think as well. He runs Fish. So like Fish and I, we gang type, bro. Like since I think like from the beginning when we first started, we have been running practically everything that we do together. And I think like for me it's really important that I help him out and that he helps me out, because it keeps this relationship going to say, now we came up together. Like I think it's so important that you need to have those relationships with people. And another one, so who do I know, bro? I know Astrofit Clothing, Offline, Nostalgic, Hope, that's a brand name in Pretoria. Like there's so many different people that I know just from me putting myself out there and saying, hey listen, how can we help each other in this? And it really puts you in a different perspective, because then you start to see, okay, wait, what are people in my circle actually doing? And you don't start to see them as competitors anymore. You start to see them as friends. And leading into point number 3, which is once you start to see people around you not as competitors as much, you start to realize that we're all working towards a common goal. So what I mean by that is, like, when I'm winning, when I get something good, when I get some popularity, I'm gonna like share that off and I'm gonna put them on and I'm gonna send it back to them, because I want them to win as well. So it's like we're all working towards a common goal, and if we can all help each other in that, it's gonna get us there as a collective a lot easier than when we could have done it by ourselves. So I think like when you start working as a community and you start working together like that, it takes you to another level, man. And that's basically just because you start to realize we're working towards a common goal here. Like as much as they're your competitors, they're your community as well. Like that's a type of family where you guys can help each other, and it's gonna speed up the process for everybody. And I think if you can like really reach out to the people in your community and you can get on board with them and you can do collaborations and stuff like that, it's really gonna make this journey a lot better. It's gonna make it a lot easier, and it's gonna make it a lot more exciting. Alright, so yeah guys, that was today's video. Just a quick recap. Number 1, we said that you should ask people how you can help them, and in this it's gonna build a really good foundation for the relationship to come. For number 2, we said that you should go out and network with people inside your community, inside your niche, and find out what they're doing, man. Get tight with them, become friends with them, see who you can come up with as well. Number 3, we said that you should realize that this community that you have, you're all working towards a common goal, and support each other as much as you can. Alright, so yeah, that was today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you took some value from that, please drop it down in the comments. Tell me something that you really took from this, something that stood out for you. Yeah, make sure you like and subscribe the video, share this with your friends, and yeah, tomorrow we got some exciting stuff coming up. So yeah, I'll check you. We out.